Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm hoping everything's working well because it's been a moment and updates have happened apparently. So let me double check. Let me double check just for whatever. Uh-huh. Okay, it looks like things are good in theory. But hi, welcome in. I'm Shibi Neko today. I should have all of my redeems and stuff. I do need to pull up this so you'll see my unsightly hitbox for a moment. But hi, welcome in. I hope y'all have been doing well. I have been busy. A lot busier than I ever thought I would be. I have been. I need to do something. But yeah, I have been busy, which is why I haven't been streaming. That and when I have been streaming, it's because my sleep schedule has been thrown off quite a bit. Quite a bit. We are playing some vintage story today. I know it's a little early. Hi, Siggy. Hi. Yeah. It is an early Neko stream. Early for me anyways. This is about, I would say this is normally about 3 a.m. for me, and I would be sleeping. I would be dead asleep to the world right now. But here I am. And we're gonna be playing some vintage story. I'm excited. This is on the Tal Tourist server, I believe, which is the public server I play on. It is a public server. You can find it. I will write the name down. It is I will give the name out if anyone wants to know or play. But yeah, I've been here. I've been busy. You have no idea. My social battery is beyond drained, but I still gotta keep going. So this is gonna be a nice little chill stream where I play the block game. Well, let's get to the game. Let's look at the game. How have you been? How have y'all been? I missed y'all. I missed everyone. I finally get what Ruse was saying and like other streamers have said about their viewers being like a refuge, a relief. You don't understand. I'm busy, y'all. I need y'all in my life. I need y'all both in my life. I need everyone in my life. Come back. I miss you. But yeah, this week has been crazy. I've been doing, if I've forgotten to say, I have been, preparing to become an aunt. And my brother has gotten married and is now in the process of moving out. And we've been trying to get his stuff all moved out and situated. I think we have one more big moving day, and that's tomorrow, where he will move all the last of his big furniture items, and then we will be officially. He'll officially be out of the house, and my brother will be living his life. And it's kind of cool, and it's kind of a little scary. It was a little scary. Hi, Galaxy. We'll have the living room back, I guess you could say. My brother has been sleeping in the living room for a while now, and has kind of taken over the living room as his bedroom. So we're finally gonna have the bedroom back, and that's what the living room back, and I'm looking forward to that because that means we could have a TV and we could have guests over. Because right now, every time we have guests over, they have to come into our bedrooms. And that's awkward in a way. It's like, did I remember to put up my BL magazines? Did I remember to flip the Azure Docky on the right side? Is he dicking balls in it? Or, or is he wearing pants? These are very important questions. It's like, oh yeah, I should probably go check that out. And it's like, or me, it's like I could be in a state of like t-shirt and underwear, and it's like, oh, I gotta put some pants in a bra real quick before you come upstairs. Because I wasn't expecting company. But yeah, so we're gonna have a proper living room, and that's really cool. We're thinking about getting a couch, although I'm gonna be honest. My mother is also thinking about hold on. Thinking about making the living room also part baby room. And I don't know how I feel about that. Sorry if you see, I'm trying to fix my mouse. It was doing some weird shit. Yeah. Like, I get it. My mom was the type that wanted to be a grandmother, but she had me for a daughter. Who is, I would, to put it nicely, child adverse. Meaning I don't want kids. I don't particularly like children. Like, if you ever played The Sims 4 and you saw the hates children trait, that's me. My self sim would have that trait. That and the likes fruitcake. Those would be two things my sim would be auto installed with. But yeah, I don't do well with children. And because of that, I decided to never have children. Because I just don't like them. Like, I don't like the babies. And it's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be mean to those who have children. I'm like, those are, it's like someone who has a pet tarantula. And you don't like spiders. You're not gonna bash them or hate on them for having a pet tarantula. You're just not gonna get one of your own. That's what it is with me and children and babies. I'm happy people have found happiness with kids and they have kids. And if that's what works for you, great. I am not that person. I do not want. And I feel society should start embracing that a little more, that it's okay not to have kids. There are plenty of people who want kids and will have kids, and that's good. It's just some of us will not do it and do not need to be pressured into it either. But yeah, so my mom is now going to be, because of my brothers and my ages, we are old. I'm just saying this now. I am old. He is now, my mom is going to be an elderly grandparent, and that, a part of me is like really excited for her to be a grandparent because that was something she wanted. The other part is she's going to be an elderly grandparent, and I don't think she's really ready for the reality that she can't take care of the kid as well as she would like. Her vision's not the greatest. She's not quite clumsy yet, but it's like the little kid is gonna be wanting to run around and do things. She's a heavy sleeper. So she can't babysit like that anymore. She can't wake up to hear the baby monitor go off type stuff. Like she's, you know, and I'm a heavy sleeper by default. I was just born that way. I was the person who had 20 alarms in their room and still managed to sleep through them. But yeah, so I broke a couple of alarms too because I'm like, oh well, I'll put it right over here on the other side of the room, so I am forced to get up and stop it. And you know what I did? I just threw my shoe at it, and I broke the alarm and some other stuff. So then I stopped doing that because I was breaking shit. So I'm notoriously bad at oversleeping. You cannot, if I don't want to, like, there are times where I will literally wake up, do something, and go right back. And and when I say wake up, I don't mean like I'm awake, actively conscious and awake. I'm like sleepwalking doing this stuff. I have slept 8, I have slept walk. I do things while sleeping. If I am tired and I am like, oh, I'm hungry, I will get up and I'll go get food from the fridge and I will eat it in my sleep. Which which is why I make sure I eat and everything and make sure all my needs are taken care of before bed so I don't run into any issues or anything. I like sleep. I am but I'm also just a heavy sleeper. I just can't, my body doesn't like to wake up once it's like in power down mode. I'm cutting grass for my animals, which I will show you in a minute. That's why I'm over here cutting grass. Because it's spring. I forgot to tell you, it is now spring. I have been suffering through the throes of winter. I joined this server like the last 30 days of fall, and I have been suffering in winter ever since. It's a great server. I love it. But yeah, so I've been suffering in winter, and now it's spring, and I could finally do animal stuff and feed my animals and start getting little goat babies and having straw to feed them. But yeah, so but yeah, my mother, I'm a heavy sleeper, to say the least. My mother is getting old and doesn't hear or see as well lately, and it's like I don't, and I want her to be a part of the 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 infant's life, but until that kid is old enough to go wake up my mom, I don't think she should be planning on having the like a second baby, like a babysitting gig until that kid it can walk and talk. Because I am also not great at taking care of the kids. I'm a gamer. I have my headset on when I'm not watching TV, and even then, I always listen to music with headphones on. So I don't, I'm, oh, you know, I'm very, and also the above aversion to children. You know, I will always make sure the kids taken care of, but it's also like I'm not good with children. I don't want to pick the baby up. I don't want to hold the baby type stuff. And it's like it's, I don't know, like, so it's exciting, but also you know, one of those things I'll have to think about. And I don't think us taking care of the kids is a good idea. At least until it's older. When it's a child, I'm a little more okay. I'm okay. I'm better with children than babies and infants. I'm still not yippee about them, but I'm okay with them. But yeah, but anyways, getting off this subject and moving on to something a little more fun. But yeah, the reason I haven't been streaming is because I've been dealing with like baby showers and family obligations to attend social gatherings. That my nocturnal vampire ass has been forced to be active during the day a lot more than I'd want to. Hence, while I'm awake now, because I'm also contractually family obligated to attend another baby shower for said baby here in a few hours. So I decided to get a quick 2 hour stream in a vintage story and gather some materials before then. And then I'm going to come home and go to sleep because I couldn't go to sleep, or I went to sleep, woke up at like 3 a.m. and then went to, and then I'm now, up again. And I'm like, I would normally be in bed right now. I would be asleep. Like right now, I would be asleep on my normal schedule. I would be asleep right now, and you wouldn't hear from me until 2 p.m. But now I have to go do family stuff. So now I'm going to be up. And I can't go to sleep now because then I won't wake up in time. So I'm like, I'm awake during the day. I need something to do. So we're playing Vintage Story. Right now, like I said, we're in spring. There's, this server has some cool mods that I want to check out. A lot of cooking mods, which are pretty cool. I like cooking. One of them has like this really cool oven type mod, and I want to build one in my house. So what I'm going to do is realize that I'm going, hold on, let me check. Am I going the complete wrong way? I mean, it's quite the journey. Whatever, journeys are fun. Well, it is a little harder now with the rivers. Be carried away by the current. I punched her. I would climb up the complete wrong cliff. Okay, let's go to that one. That one looks climbable. But yeah, so I've been having a really quirky sleep schedule, and I haven't been streaming as much because of it. I am looking forward to streaming again coming this week. I'm also next week having my doctor's appointment to get my medication renewed. So that means I will be having a lot less migraines and be able to play my Wolflame and other more actiony video games for longer, which I'm excited for. I don't want to be a 2 hour Andy. Yeah, I'm really excited for everything. I'm excited to get a new couch for the living room at some point. I'm excited for a bunch of other stuff for my 3.0, aka my anniversary. I found a model artist, and I'm going to be commissioning them probably sometime next, or at the beginning of next month. It probably won't be done in time for the anniversary, but I will be excited because I will be getting my own full custom model. Not that there's anything wrong with the Prism models or the other customizable models, but it's nice to have something that is actually me and how I want myself designed as. Like with a lot of these customizable models, you have to work around like the artist's style. Like, okay, this model artist really loves a lot of Lolita. Yes, 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 yes. It's like, but yeah, it's like, oh, this person likes a whole lot of Lolita dresses. I want a pair of pants. They have no pants. Or, ooh, I like this. I want something more adult. And by adult, I mean like business adult, not like grown up clothes, not, you know, whips, chains, and peanut butter. So I'm like, I really just, I'm looking forward to the new stuff or having my full custom model. And it's also a style thing. Like if you're not an artist, you have a, it's really hard. They do, and it's like you, and then it's like, okay, I want shorts. And you're thinking like, okay, maybe a nice long cargo short or something you could change to like make slightly shorter, but not up your crack booty shorts. Because I don't need my shorts to be showing my cheeks. I don't wear those in real life. I don't want them in. I don't want to wear them in my virtual one. I want cool skateboarder shorts. I wanna do skateboard shit. I can't do skateboard shit in my booty shorts. That's how you get wedgies. And no one's attractive picking a wedgie. No one's ever looked at someone picking their wedgie and they're like, ooh yeah, that's some sexy shit right there. And I feel the same way about thongs. A thong is just a wedgie you forced upon yourself. That's why I don't wear thong underwear. It's like, okay, I want to walk around with a wedgie permanently as part of the style. Because, yeah, that's smart. But yeah, so I. And then it's like, oh well, you could get fashion tape and tape your shorts to your ass, and I'm like, why would I do that? Tell me, why would I do that? Oh well, it'll make you look nice, and I'm like, you know what else would make me look nice? Wearing shorts. I could wear shorts. I could wear my fucking shorts like I'm supposed to. Cause okay, the people who are like super fashionable are like, oh, you can wear fashion tape, and I'm like, no. Do you know the problem with wearing? All right, let's take it a few steps back. All right, you want to wear these nice, sexy booty shorts. Okay, why are you wearing the nice, sexy booty shorts? Well, I want to look nice. I'm like, there's ways you can look nice without the sexy booty shorts. Try again. What if there's cute guys there? Okay, so now you want to wear your sexy booty shorts because there's cute guys there. Do you know what's not sexy? Hearing the tape sound, the when you take off your sexy booty shorts. And then you hope that the tape is stuck to the shorts and not to your ass. Cause then now you have to pick off the tape. You're here, shorts down, peeling tape off your bum. Because you wanted to look nice. And I'm like, why you need to, why, I think you're misunderstanding the problem. Fashion tape What did it be? Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, I was saying, you know how because some shorts are so short that you have a permanent wedgie, and to prevent the shorts from digging in further, you use fashion tape to adhere the hem of your shorts to right where you want them to lie. And I'm just saying that's a conflict of interest right there. And it would be pretty hilarious, but it also defeats the purpose of being sexy and alluring if you're like, hold on, whoosh, let me get this tape off before I sit down. Or you don't realize the tape is still on your butt and you sit down and you velcro. So the next thing you know, you got their pet fur on your booty cheeks because you sat down on their couch. I'm just saying. You might as well just wear some fucking shorts. It won't kill you to wear shorts. And then hopefully there's no additional residue left, because then you'll have that issue anyways. And now you got a hairy ass. I'll never understand fashion. Can't we just wear pretty clothes again? But to be fair, fashion's always been funny. Fashion has always been hilarious. Let me write down the address to this gate. Because I want to come. I have a feeling I'm going to have to come back here a few times. And I apologize for the ad break. I tried turning it off, but Twitch said no. And then I tried doing timed ads, but that got too confusing and complicated. So we're just gonna sit here while I write this address down. So I could come back later. But yes, if you have any pennies to toss my way, I would be grateful. It does get you out of the ad break if you subscribe. Also, it will help me with my upcoming 3.0 custom model acquiring, which is the whole subject of how we got to the booty cheeks. But yeah, customizable models are great, but they are subject to their creators' whims. Um, so I do want, that is why I am happy I found my artist for my 3.0 custom, getting my customizable model, and I'm excited. My custom model. Please enjoy the ad break best as you can. Use it as an opportunity to grab a snack. One, one, one. But yeah, so it's just, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I'm excited. I found that artist. They have a really amazing style. I'll let you know more about him once I've actually got it commissioned, so that way you don't take my spot. But yeah, I will heavily advertise them because I do love their stuff, but it's gonna be after I get my commission underway. Because I'm evil. Evil! Evil, evil, evil! I'm going for the south. Welcome back from Ad Hell. I am still in the... Oh, I need some woad. Oh, woad is me. I also need some copper for my tools. Hi, Scorpion. I am playing some vintage story, digging in the dirt. But yeah, I am really excited about... the worst part about me having to find my artist, though, was the... Now, this is not me hating, but I like more stylized characters. Like, I like things that have a very distinct visual style. Like, it doesn't have to be... it just... If you've watched anime, you could tell, like, yes, there are, like, stylistic leanings, but you could also tell, like, when, sometimes the anime looks kind of... The art style's generic. And this is not me hating. I just know that they exist, where they tend to do the same eye shape. They tend to do all of that. It's so I the same thing happens, uh not all the time, but quite often with artists, VTube artists as well. Like, you could find some very cool stylistic characters, but most of the time people do anime and very specific, like, generic anime. They all want to do like the Genshin, Honkai, Unity anime character. Exactly. And my issue is I don't particularly like that style. Uh and once again, I'm not trying to be mean or hate on those who love and enjoy, because that is valid. But personally, me, it's not my cup of tea. And I'm allowed to have my cup of tea the way I like it. Ah, I dropped it. Well, now, don't lag. Come back. Come back. Don't need to. Okay, there we go. Yes, it's a very painterly style. It's very pretty. I'm not saying it's bad as in ew, gross. It's just I am not a fan of it. Like, if you see this this character model, this chibi, you may recognize their work from their more famous at the moment Emote Lab. They're the ones who did this chibi model. It's a steal. I think it was like $15 at the time I bought it. I think it's like 17 now, but it's a good deal. They also do a pixel version, which I like the pixel version because it's squishy. But I like this one because of the mouse and the pointer tracking. Like, you can't really tell right now, but because it's being weird and not wanting to track my mouse, and it was a moment ago, but now it's not wanting to. But yeah, it does keyboard and mouse tracking. It also does a controller tracking as well. Yeah, they did this model. I was a fan of their work, but unfortunately, by the time I wanted them to be my model parent, but they kind of were busy with other projects and other things, and I was always broke. Nothing quite like being broke. So it's like when they did have slots open, I was broke. When I had money, their slots weren't open. 'Tis the way of the world. I'm like, I have the $4,000 to get a model from you. Oh well, my slots aren't open. Oh, well, guess that's okay. I'll live. And I'm like, and then it's like, oh, my slots are open. Oh, well, I don't have $4,000 anymore. I blew it all on blackjack and hookers. And by blackjack and hookers, I mean VTubers and expensive sushi. Let's see, where am I? Whoa! Apparently, I could summon the void. Look at this. Wow! I have descended. I have found. I am stuck in the rift between time. Holy shit. Help. 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 What the hell is that? Why does it look like there's a bunch of bodies beats? This is not how life should be. I can't even figure out a way out. Help. Is server Jesus on? Oh, there's water here. Oh, look, there's an enemy. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. I live. I'm free. I'm in a hole. I live. But yes, so yeah, I am excited for my model. What I will do is I will post the model artist in my Discord of the person I am looking at for my future design. I'm not gonna spoil the design itself, but I will be happy to share the artist. Just don't commission them until next month when after I put in my commission. Exactly, Scorpion. I have become enlightened. Reality. I have seen the other side and its wonders. And ooh, there's a hole. What's in here? What's in here? I want that. I want this. I broke this. I want this. I broke that. Um ruined shelf. Okay, what about the crate? The crate may break if I break this. Whatever, we're breaking it. We're breaking everything. Everything is mine. Everything's breaking. Oh wait, I could carry this. Ooh. Um. Can I carry this? I don't want to carry. Oh, yay! It broke without breaking. But yes, I am excited. I am so excited. The the thing with the model art is it's been a long time in the process. I found a couple of artists here and there, and I really like their style, but I would always have issues where their slots weren't open or they stopped doing commissions. Period. And they're only updating their current model babies, and it was just it was just getting to the point where I would get frustrated with trying to find a model artist, and I would just have to give up. But I like I said, I found one. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Um, right now I'm slowly starving in Vintage Story. I do have food. I should probably just eat the food and not just starve. Like a responsible adventurer. Um, but yeah, it was a little a struggle, and I'm hoping that their comms are still available come come next month. The only downside with this, and yes, there's a downside. There's always a downside. They're artist only. They do not do rigging. So I will have to find someone to rig said art, which with their style, I am willing to do that because I just fell in love with their style. It was a good style. But as for what I'm doing now in Vintage Stories is I'm freeing entire blocks because some recipes call for andesite rock, and if you break it by itself, what happens is it shatters and becomes andesite stone. So you have to kind of quarry it, and you could turn it into cobblestone, the stones into cobblestone, but in order to get rocks again, you have to basically free a block of stone and have gravity drop it. Like, I have to carve out this, the one to the sides of it, and then the one above it. And then it frees the whole block. So now I got 7 blocks. And the reason why I need 7 blocks is because I've been wanting to do a... My house has... They have... let's see. I need to figure out how to get out of here. Make it... I could always come back. Hi, hey, dude. Would you mind? Yeah, a couple of hits will do. One more, please. I hate doing this, but it's also, come on, yeah, hit like me. I'm not gonna lie, I can't throw a punch worth of shit. I need an equalizer when I fight. So be careful when I fight, because I will throw things. I will pick up things, I will throw things, I will swing things, but I will never just straight up punch, because I suck. Cause the problem my punches suck is because I don't have the follow through. I'm always like pulling myself back because I really don't want to hurt anyone. So I'm always like kitten paw, like like, and so when I get into a real fight, I'm still worried about hurting that person. So my brain just automatically pulls the punch, even to save, even if it was to save my own ass. My brain subconsciously doesn't want to hurt someone, so it'll pull its punch itself. And I will just. That's why I have to have an equalizer, because at least with that, I am less likely uh to hold back because gravity will do the rest. Gravity and friction will do the rest. And torque, so I don't have to worry. But yes, we're gonna go to the city so I can show you. Oh yes, when we were last playing on this server, I had just built this little cave area. I'll give you a quick house tour. Was building in this little cave area, and I have expanded. I now have a storeroom. I don't know, Siggy. My brain be funny sometimes. I just accept it. This is my animal processing for all my meats, because I had to survive on a pure protein diet for the winter because my attempts at indoor crops failed horribly because I didn't realize how cold it was here. Here is my pickling room for my pickles, and my fruit press, which are going to age into wine. So this is like the food processing area. Upstairs connects the the workshop basement to the little kitchen, which I'm working on expanding a little. I might expand it a bit more. This is my best friend's room. I did give him permission to change things. I was just in a buildy mood, so I just started working on it. This is my room, which is also a work in progress, because you have to make the daub, and because I want blue daub, I also have to have make my blue dye to dye the daub, which is kind of like a stucco. And then I also need to finish the roof. The roof isn't quite done. I haven't decided what the final panel will be, but we gotta fix the roof, and then I gotta do the roof over here. I made this thing, which has no purpose. It's just supposed to be like a roof vent in theory. But it became a tiny little crawl space for some insane reason. I don't know. I it amused me, I guess. That's all that it comes down to, is I was amused by it. I was deeply amused by that shit. Here is the actual attic area, because you can see the ceiling. I probably am gonna thin these out with the chisel. But I figured I could use these rafters as like a kind of like a funny makeshift storage, and put like vessels and chests along the top. Just for like surplus stuff, because there's sometimes I have like surplus stone or wood. That would be kind of cool. And that is going to come, I am going to build a ladder. That's why this block is shaded different, to remind me to put like a ladder with a trap door on the roof so it could connect up here. The only reason this staircase exists is to so I could finish building the roof and have a thoroughfare to get in and out of. Because this is a public server and I am not running the server, I can't give myself god powers to fly to fix my roof, so I have to think logistically. And how I'm actually going to do it. But yeah, this is how it looks from the outside. I do need to add more plants. My goals are to add more plants and move the chickens. I built this temporarily, but it has one negative downside, is because it's so close to the house. When I go into my processing room or whatever, I scare the chickens. And scared chickens will not sit on their eggs. So they won't hatch their eggs if I'm too close to them. So I gotta move the chickens, probably over here with the other animals. And I want to do like a grass roof on top of this. So that's one thing I'm also going to do, is build a grass roof over it. And then I'll open it up so it's a little more roomy. These are my horses. I have lots of horses. I have a lot of horses. For some reason, they just keep spawning in this area. Like, not in this building, but like this area is like prime horse spawn. Because look, I've got 4 more horses down here for some reason. So many horses. I've also got goats, which are not as successful. I thought I had, of the black and white goat, you can kind of see it bouncing around. Oh, don't hit me. These guys are assholes. I thought I had a goat and a ewe, but I don't have a ewe. I just had 2 boys, and 2 boys do not make the babies, unfortunately. So I have to get I find a ewe somewhere for the goat, the black and white goat. I think these are both males as well. Just buy a vow. I know, right? However, I am having luck with the rams. Let me crouch down so you can see. I can't get too close to the fence because the brown ones, they're really cute, but they're really aggressive. Like, if I'm too close, they'll ram. Like right now, they'll run away, and they'll stay pretty passive, and out in the woods, they will actually run away from you. However, if you get within melee distance, they'll ram your ass. Oh yeah, I got a couple of deer as well. Cause all right, let me see. Let me go back outside. Let me stand up. All right, as you see, I built this beautiful pit. I was expecting, oh, maybe I'll get the odd deer. Maybe I'll get maybe a rabbit now and then. That would be great. Because it was here already, and I'm like, oh, since it's already here, I could just kind of make it into a makeshift trap. And then the horses showed up. And the horses kept showing up. And then the deer showed up. And then the goat showed up. And all these animals were once down here. And I built like a ramp, a stairway to corral them into these pens. I wanted to make this bigger for the goats, but right now, because I got the really aggressive brown goats, I really can't expand. And the goats are really clever, and they'll come out. I'm afraid they'll get out of the thing. So I had it fenced in like that. I feel bad for them, but I also, maybe when they calm down a bit, I could do that. But yeah, there's deer. I'm a hunter. They're chilling now. And then I went searching in the woods, and then I came across this tree that had a hollow in it, and the hollow apparently acts like a little chest, and I thought that was so cute. And so I just put it here like a mailbox. A little mailbox. But yeah, we're gonna head into town because I need to check on some prices of things. And also I want to show you the oven layout that this mod has, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And you are lucky. Just like not even an hour or two ago, all of this was covered in white snow. The lakes were all frozen over. Well, I mean, they still are, but the snow it was like covered in snow, so you couldn't even tell it was a lake underneath. You wouldn't hear the crunching of the ice. Like it was pretty cool. Literally. The only reason I am not actively starting my farm again is the nights are still a little too cold. It is. I love the sound effects in this game. So crunchy. I'm hoping one day that I'll see my favorite streamer finally get into winter, because I would like to hear his reactions and stuff to winter and see how well he plans out for it, because I don't think he's ever been in winter. Yeah, we will be having another ad break. My apologies. I do run long ad break, and because it's the only way to keep Twitch off me. Twitch is going to Twitch. We're going to go into town. We're starting to see like wildlife like raccoons and stuff. For a while, you didn't see much. I love the Stargate mod. I want to put this in my vintage story, even if it's just, I like it because when I'm journeying or traveling and I come across one, it's nice and handy to come back home. And there are ways to quick dial and have the teleport open up quickly. You need one like a special piece of parchment with the address written on it. I can't make it. The one thing about this server is it does have like class roles, so you need to be of certain classes to create certain things. Did I put the address in wrong? I might have put the address in wrong. Oh, that was a... Whoopsie, that was supposed to be a 0. It kind of reminds me of those old school rotary phones. So, meow. But yeah, I like the Stargates. I did watch Stargate. I love Stargate. I got teased about liking Stargate. My family called me Chicken Man for the longest time. But trust me, I know plenty of Stargate. I'm just saying it. The mod of it with the dialing in reminds me of a rotary phone. I even watched the TV show to some extent. My that's big. Look, I'm on it. I'm gonna be honest. My mom was very heavily into sci-fi, so therefore I was very heavy into sci-fi. I was talking about the movie, the original movie. What the fuck were you? What did you think I was talking about? The TV show exclusively? Man, we need to get you to watch the movie. The shows. I thought you were talking about the OG movie. You know it was a movie first, right? Right? Right blows me fine. Please tell me you know it was a movie first. Okay, you do. Okay. As long as you're aware of that, it was fine. Yes, I remember the movie. That was the original movie. I got called Chicken Man because of the stupid guy in the movie, the nerd. I liked I liked it all, but it does suffer from, the sci-fi tropes. And that's one of my issues with sci-fi is some of the tropes are not so great. Or something that tries to be super inclusive, they're not very inclusive. Like fantasy's pretty bad, but I think sci-fi has a big issue of show displaying more systemic issues in society as part of narrative. Chicken. All right. I was supposed to be here shopping. That's every sci-fi show though. Irrigation vessel. I don't know how irrigation vessels work. But that's not what I'm here to. Okay, so a bean aid. I don't need bean aid. Oh, look at that beautiful bottle. It's everywhere. Yeah, sci-fi is pretty bad about that stuff. You can't just say, yeah, but sci-fi's half a sci-fi's thing is has to do a lot with taking a looking glass view through race, because most of the time your primary thing with sci-fi is this race is different, their culture is different, and how do we cope with these differences, or do we cope with these differences, or do we go to war? Like that is like 90% of sci-fi. And I love sci-fi, but I also know that it's not always the best when it comes to that type of shit. Like even the original, and it's like, oh well, it's of its time, but yeah, that's like that's the genre. Oh, oh. Exactly. Okay, I need to eat again. Give me food. Don't kill me, food. Exactly. Or, you know, or if they do bring up something, it was like, oh, well, we used to be like that. And but they never talk about how they came together and worked together. It's like, oh no, we used to be like that. We used to fight all the time. Yep, exactly, Scorpion. So yeah, sci-fi is a genre I love, but it's also a little problematic. I'm gonna eat this pie. Yum. Oh, but yeah, what I came here for is I want look at this oven. This is like a giant stove setup. I don't want anything this big, but it's pretty big and it's pretty cool. And you could cook right on these surfaces. You could bake your pie on these surfaces. It's really neat because a lot of times you have to have like your cooking pot in here, but you could bake things on these stones and it's pretty cool. And they're according to the mod, they're more efficient at baking, which is great. Anything for that. But yeah, this is the server I play on. Oh shit, look at all this food. But yeah, this food is free to take, just we're not supposed to overindulge. Free to take what you need, but not what you want. Exactly. See, like I said, I love sci-fi as a genre. Like, there's no media that's without flaws. It's just a lot of the sci-fi falls into the others trope to fuel a lot of their dynamics, and it's just a little exhausting. Exactly, I would love that as well. I love the deeper lore. I love the deeper lore. But yes, this is the town, our starting town, Port Cheese. They are working on building some really cool buildings and gardens and things. Like this is, I think, someone is the commute, not like community as in like everyone could just come over here and pick what they need, but it's like they grow the food to make the pies and stuff here. 1 second, I need to have a drink. Drinking a soda. Soda. Yeah, I'm enjoying my last week of Coca-Cola and dark sodas. Hydrate or dehydrate, yeah. I'm having the last bit of my dark colas because once I start my medication again, I will be without them again. Well, yeah, because next week is my appointment for to get my medication again for my migraines, which is why I haven't been streaming as long as I want to on games like Warframe and Final Fantasy because the light effects trigger my light sensitivity. But yeah, I'm gonna be having my medication back so I can play more games. And also my familial obligations will be fulfilled. And I will have no more baby showers to go to, and I can have my nocturnal sleep schedule back. Which is what I want. I love these guys. I'm so glad we could. I wonder if we could raise them, or this guy's just being an asshole and wandering around. But anyway. Anyways, I should head back home. Ooh, fruit trees. Ah, there was something I wanted to look at the price of. No. Yes, these. Gimme. Okay. I got a stack of stone. I wanted the shale rock, but this guy was sold out of them. So I will have to do without. But yeah, so last week of dark sodas, and then I'm back on ginger ales and Sprites and Fanta. Don't you wanna? Don't Fanta, Fanta. Don't you wanna? But yeah, I'm excited. Let's go home. It is, but because not necessarily the ingredients. Uh, the nature of my medication is it's anti-seizure medication. So it does some funky stuff with my brain while it's preventing the migraines. Like there's pluses and minuses with my medication. Like some of the pluses are uh weight loss because it acts like a for me as an appetite suppressant because as much as I love sleeping, I love eating. Like I easily would do a 7-course meal, no problem. I would eat. And for the longest time, uh my metabolism and my physical activity level was enough to warrant such a high caloric intake. Like I was very active. I danced, I ran. I was very well, not sports person. I was very physically active. But with my disability, I am no longer running or dancing. But I still have the appetite that I did back then. So I eat a lot more, and it has led to I wouldn't say I gained a lot of weight, but I did have some weight gain. I think the majority of my weight gain happened in a really short period of time when I was on a medication that actually made me gain weight. Like everything made me, I was like, without giving too much, you know what, whatever, I don't care. Um, about 10 years ago, I was on this one medication for my legs that was supposed to help with the pain. But one of the side effects was, well, there were two. One of them was really really bad, and the other one was bad, but not. But the other one was way worse. Oh, the worst one was it made me want to unalive myself. Like I had no reason, no reason to do it. I just suddenly had the urge to unexist. And it came from this, it stemmed from this medication. Like I was living the had a good life, you know, living the bed, living the dream. I had money in my wallet, I had everything. Like there was no reason, but I suddenly just woke up and I'm like, yep, I wanna uninstall. I wanna uninstall my OS right now. And so of course I told my doctor this, but because of the way the military is, you know, doctors and stuff are in the military, you could be in a situation if it's not deemed like of like, because I was on the level where I wasn't in the actual act of doing it, so therefore I was not a priority. They just had me on like a watch. And they had my roommate keep tabs on me, and my office workers keep tabs on me, but it was like I wasn't necessarily like, you need to come in now. Uh so yeah. So I had to wait a week until my appointment. That was a really tough week. But during the span of that week and the week I had taken the medicine beforehand, I had gone up. I had gained 30 pounds during that week. And this is what I said. The other side effect wasn't as bad, but it was pretty bad. I had gained 30 pounds of weight. Which, if you're at the a physical where you a level where you can't work off that weight, and that's kind of my issue, is I can't really exercise because, oh yeah, well, you could do push-ups, and I'm like, yeah, I could have swole arms, but I would have to do an obscene amount of push-ups to work off the calories that I intake on a daily basis. And yeah, it's all like, eat less calories, and I'm like, do you realize how much calories anything is? Like a soda has 200 calories. Like a 16-ounce soda has 200 calories. The human body on a regular basis is a lot, people are saying, oh, the daily value you're supposed to have is 2,000. Well, you just drank a soda, that's 200. So yeah, keeping up with calories was just not feasible, and it's not feasible. So whenever I was eating, everything was growing straight to my hips when I was on this medication. And they did take me off that right away, but the damage had already been done. Like, I had gained like 30 to 50 pounds. I don't remember the exact number, but it was like a massive, intense amount of weight within those short few weeks. And because I'm not physically able to work it off, it stuck with me. So I went from being 125, I believe my weight was, to now I am at 270. Not 270, 170. I was 125 and now I'm 170. And now they're like, oh, well, you're almost obese. And I'm like, oh, fuck my life then. I can't work it out. And I can't work out that way. So, like I said, the medication for my migraines. One of the pluses is weight loss. And part of that is through appetite suppression. The other way is through change of taste buds. Certain foods do not taste yummy anymore because the medication changes how my brain works. Whoa, it's dark. Let me build something. But yeah, the medication changes how my brain works, which is good in some ways, bad in others, which we'll get to in a moment. But the good is it suppresses my appetite. So now I don't feel hungry for a 7-course meal anymore. I just want the three courses throughout the day and not like feel like I need to eat more. So that's one thing that helps. The other is it changes my taste buds. Certain foods that are yummy are no longer yummy. Soda being one of them. For me, a lot of the dark colas on this medication makes me it just tastes flat. Like, if you ever had a flat fountain drink at like when they haven't got enough CO2 and the syrup's kind of stale or flat, that's what all dark colas taste like. and it's good. Yeah, it's a little sad, but because of that, I no longer find a lot of sodas tasty. I will drink. I won't drink water, but I'll drink things like tea, or maybe a coffee. I do like barely sweetened Kool-Aid because I don't like a lot of sugar. I don't like my drinks very sweet, other than soda for some reason. I could drink soda, but I don't like other drinks sweet. Yeah, I'm no water gang. Basically I have to have enough fruit that it's lemonade or a fruit punch. And they're like, "Oh, you can infuse your water with fruit," and I'm like, "I'm basically making juice." I'm making juice with the amount of fruit I need to add. Exactly. It's just juice. I made juice. All right, I need a hammer. Oh, I need to make a shoot section. All right, well, let's go down to the forge. But yeah, so that's the good things with the medication that I'll be on is the weight loss, the lack of migraines, my the best part, the absolute best part, and with the lack of migraines, the lack of sound and light sensitivity, which is why if you ever wondered why my games are so quiet, it's because I have yet to figure out how to make games sound loud for you but quiet for me. I need to learn how to stream better. I think that'll be my goal for the summer is to upgrade some stream stuff. Uh, like learn more hardware shit and things like that. That and maybe I'll learn to rig. Maybe I will learn to live 2D rig and then do my own model. Wow, that would be cool. Um, but yeah, I'm just excited. There are, like I said, my medication does have a couple of other negative side effects. Some are kind of scary, but I feel the day to day rewards are better than the negative side effects. Like I I get extra bird brained. Like I it's pretty scary sometimes. My friends will attest that it's pretty bad. I will forget things. Like I forget things now, but I it was so bad. That's part of the reason why I had to stop going to college was because I could not for the life of me the brain gets scattered. Yeah, blows me fine knows what's up. I there have been times where I literally would forget things like the biggest one that I still remember clearly, and I'm sure there's been other worse ones, but the one I remember clearly is when I forgot what a stapler was for 2 hours. I lost the concept of a stapler. I lost the word for stapler. I lost the concept for stapler. All I knew was it was a thing that did the Pac-Man thing and paper stuck together. That was as close as my brain could form to stapler. And me trying to explain to someone, I'm trying to find the Pac-Man thing that closes the paper, did not help when I was trying to locate a stapler. But yeah, so it was pretty bad, and it was making languages like Italian, learning my Italian pretty bad too. Because not only was I trying to remember English, I was then trying to format brain into Italian. And so what would be happening is there would be times where my brain would literally start thinking in like other languages and not understanding itself. Like it knew words for like, oh, it knew a little Japanese. Oh, well, brain started thinking in Japanese, and I'm over here understanding English, and my brain would literally confuse itself. It was like two sides of my brain just having a conversation, and neither of them knowing what's going on. So it got that side of the medication stuff does get a little scary, and so, well, yeah, it's fine. So I had to stop taking the language courses for that. I still actively study. It has gotten better. One of the bonuses, like the scatterbrain, I fear will never fully go away. I think the medicine will always lean into that a bit more. But the language comprehension has gotten better with over time. Like I still have times where I will Nihongo Jozu, uh, molto bene, grazie. My brain sometimes, and I'll be like, okay, ni howdy, y'all. So, so there will be times where my brain will just mash potato languages, and that's fine. But it's not as bad as it was, and it's not as, and the scatterbrain, like I said, will always kind of be there, and that's because part of it is who I am. Part of it might just be age. A good portion might be that medication, but if it means being able to function on a day-to-day basis, and enjoy my life better without having to wear earbuds to block out sounds because everyone is suddenly talking way too loud when they're trying to hold just a normal conversation, but it feels like they're screaming at me. And having to hide in my room with all the lights off, the blackout curtains pulled down, like everything's dark, and I'm wearing an eye mask just to keep as much light out of my eyes as possible. I take it. I'd rather function in Nihongo Jozu. I'd rather have the language word salad. But yes, we're heating up copper. That is what we're doing. I'm going to stop doing the Minecraft gabbing and do some work. Get some coal. But yeah, don't worry. I'm good. I'm good. As inconveniencing as some of this stuff is, I take this medication with a full understanding of its consequences and its benefits. And I'm not going to tell you what the worst consequence will be, because I don't make you panic, and I don't want y'all panicking and worrying over me. But I'm just going to say it because now I said it. But I'm going to say it at the ad break so y'all don't hear it. I'm evil. I'm evil. But yes, the worst side effect will be eye explosion. Literally, my eyeballs can explode as a side effect. Kabam! Pretend I'm shaking you while I'm stuck in it. Y'all didn't hear it. Y'all didn't hear it. I could talk about it till ad's over. You heard it. That's because you're subscribed. You get the juicy info. No, maybe put this chest somewhere. It's got gray, so we'll put it here. Maybe I'll put it elsewhere. You're not supposed to say it in chat. That was between us. But yeah, since blows me fine, ruin the surprise. The side the negative side effect is eyeball pressure to the point of explosion. Like literally, my eye could go, and I am supposed to if I feel any significant pressure in my eyeballs, I am supposed to go to the emergency room. If I feel any pressure in my eyeballs, to make sure that if my eyes are swelling, that they could salvage my vision. That is the worst side effect. I have not had to go to the emergency room. My eyeballs are safe. It is, but it is one of those side effects. Like, you have to, when it comes to your health, you do have to take things into consideration about stuff like that. You have to read all the labels, and you have to make that decision when you do it, because it's like, is this, oops, I forgot to put that in my offhand. I tried to pick up a molten copper with my bare hands. I need a hammer. But yeah, like I said, every medication, everything does have a side effect. And it's just making an informed decision about the side effect. And for me, the chronic migraines and being unable to live my life is worth a little, the risk of a, it's more, because what it breaks down to is, yes, there's a risk of that bad thing happening, but there's also a risk of it, but there's also a good chance that it's not happened, and it's not going to happen. And if I live my life scared of the big bad scary thing that might happen, I am going to miss out on a lot of things that are happening. Like, I would have missed out on going, oh, it's too cold, I gotta stick it back in the fire. So it just becomes what it's worth to you. Like, I wouldn't have missed out on, for lack of better terms, like, I would have not been able to go to my grandfather's funeral. I wouldn't have been able to see him in his final moments, because if it hadn't been for my medication, I wouldn't have been able to endure the light and the sound, because my light and sound sensitivity are just that bad. I would have not have been able to be part of that moment. I would have been too focused on um, my own pain and suffering to be a part of something, to be a part of the funeral and things like that. It's just same thing with like visiting friends. I wouldn't have been able to go visit friends or go to like conventions, or I wouldn't be able to go shopping to live my daily life. Like, even grocery shopping would have been, what could be too much for me. I would have literally just been in my room. I couldn't play video games. Like, even now, I still, while I'm not actively taking the medication, I feel the benefits of it, of having taken it. Because my migraines, while it's bad, it's not as severe as they were when I first started having them. And I do believe that the medication I had been taking has helped with that. So I've been able to stream and hang out on Discord and just be around my friends more because of it. Yeah, I still struggle with it, but I'm still happy that I've taken it. And as far as blindness goes, and that risk of, eyeballs exploding, I am not going to say it. I run that risk anyways because of my family and our genetics, that I don't see it as something that I can't, I don't know how to phrase it. That it's still a possibility even without having taken the medication. That's what I'm trying to say. Too cold. Ugh, stay in there. Just because I am genetically inclined to maybe someday lose my vision anyways because of the dice, the gotcha that I pulled in when I was born. Yeah, let me punch it with my hand. That I might just lose my vision anyways. It's just it's a risk I was born with, and it's just I'd rather live my life as best as I can while I can. And if something big, bad, and scary happens in the future, I will just have to deal with it and live with it to the best of my ability. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I'm not one of those people that gets upset at the all caps. I have caps locked myself many times. I know it's rude in internet culture because you're yelling, and I'm like, oh, that's fine. They're just letters. Letters aren't scary. Can I move this? Can I still shift this over? Yes. I need you up. Move you over. I know there's probably a more efficient way to do this, but meh. I just need to get it done. But yeah, I'm not worried. I'm just happy that I'll be on my medication again with all of its pluses and minuses. Oh, you're too cold to work. Okay, back over here. Let's see. What do I need? Did my knife. I could use a... Got a butcher knife. I could use another axe, but I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it the other way. How much is in here? Okay. We'll throw this in. Take this out. Throw this in. And then we'll... Do I have charcoal on me? Nope. Do need to eat something, so we're going to shove this in my mouth. My burnt meat that I cooked, because I'm really good and awesome at the cooking. Other people wish they were as good as cooking at like I am. But yeah, so at some point, certain things in your life you will have to come to a crossroads is of weights and balances. You're it's like, okay, I'm, especially as you get older and your body starts falling apart, is like, yes, this is scary and it has very scary side effects, but it's also like, what are my consequences for not taking it? And you just have to sit there and think and talk to your family and your friends and decide what dice you're willing to all roll and the consequences you're all willing to accept. And for my family and stuff, they, they said that if it worse comes to worse, they'll help me out. They'll move me downstairs. I'll be the living room ghost. And they'll help it so that I can find my way around the house and everything. It's like they'll work with me and around me and help me out, because that's, and I also have friends that will also help step up and help me out in ways too. I may not be like the worst, but it's like I don't worry about the worst case situation because it hasn't. Because I know I'll be fine. And that's what it boils down to is I have good friends and good support system. And even if I have to figure out a new way to do things in my life, I can. I will know which side is up. Speaking of the Azure Docky, you wanna know something I did? It's a little weird, but I don't care. I did it, and I'm not ashamed. I embrace my weird. How do I fix this? Okay. I need to think. I need to think with my whole brain. I need my. Oh, it's too cold to work. No wonder I can't fix it right now. I need to think with my whole brain. Okay. I did do a thing. Oh, thank you for the. I still was like looking at the little kitty with the head back. Thank you. Uh. Azure wrong side up. Yeah. You want to know what the messed up part about that is? We'll come back to Azure Docky in just one moment. But we're going to go with the fact that, okay, I will have Azure Docky, but it would also be like, they could easily change my pillowcase. And if it feels the same, I wouldn't know. they could put my Azure Docky away, and I wouldn't know. I would just think, Azure's so snuggly. They could be like, oh, here's your little blorbo. It's your little Azure goose. Enjoy your little nap. And I would be like, okay. And it's a completely plain pillowcase. Because they got tired of my shame. All the Azure stuff would be gone from the walls and stuff, and I wouldn't know any better. I'll be replaced to whatever butterfly stuff my mom is into, or whatever stuff the rest of my family's into. Everything would be de-Azurified, and I wouldn't know. I would be like, oh, look at this. I got a cool painting of Azure. Points to spot on the wall that's now has like this huge Hello Kitty poster. Oh, that's hilarious. So not only am I gonna be blind, I'm gonna be senile. Yes, exactly. I'm no longer goth. They've changed everything to pastels. Now I'm fluffy ooh pastel girl. uh, that is my fate. That is my fate. Getting back to reality. But yeah, what I did that's a little cringe is I made like a perfume sachet thing, and I put it inside the Azure body pillow. Cause my Kamiyoshi made the fatal error of telling the fangirls what cologne he wears. So now I'm a little cringe. But it smells nice. I am shaking my head and rolling my eyes. That's fair. I deserve that. If that's the least you did, I deserve that. Yeah. It smells nice though. Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little cringe. I don't care. He could fight me. Just don't let me near any equalizers, though. And let me take off my earrings first. It's instinct to go for the earrings. Yeah, but there are levels of cringe. That's getting into the borderline red alert level of cringe. I was supposed to be smithing. I still need to finish making my thing. I need to figure out how to fix my thing. I think that's how I was pacing. Towing the line between cringe and yandere fangirl. Maybe just a whittle. Or VTuber fans are already in the red zone. True. Okay, I think if I hit this down, I can hit this down. I could hit this over, technically. No, I could hit this one over, technically, though. Up. No, rotate. I needed to go up. Up. This can go over. Oh, no. Well, I guess. No! Why did you betray me at the final moment? Alright. We got this. Yay! I did it! I just need to take off these extra bits. Oh, and you're too cold to work. Back in the heater you go. Rotate. Hey, I need to, what I'm working on behind the scenes, I know I was supposed to make a dress for my tie-dye hand cam, but I have been a bad person and I bought material and shoestring, like leather, shoestring sized leather strips for one blue Azure Ruse Valorant coat. I like Valorant Azure Ruse. He's my favorite flavor of Azure. I like him when he lived in his mom's basement and was helpless and needed money for the Valo skins. The princely upgrade's nice, but give me my basement Azure. It's funny how that role kind of went to Razor Moo, which is also why I love Razor Moo so much. Like, my favorite crew is Razor Moo, and then Crocus, and then Recluse. Those are my three favorite crew. Why are there bones on the floor? Why are there bones on my floor? But yeah, so my Rui, I got two of them. One of them is gonna be Azure Blue Coat. Rui. And I got red fabric to make the actual red coat too. So they're gonna actually have coats on the little Ruis. So have I figured out the mechanics yet? Absolutely not. I forgot I was supposed to be cooking this. It might be too hard to work. Let me see if I can split this real quick. Oh, too cold to work. Damn it. Now I gotta cook it again. Mechanics are for cars. Beep, beep. That goes, I say that all the time, especially in Final Fantasy. But how have you been, Doctor? It's been a moment. I hope you've been doing well. But yes, so I've got, because I also had the bit of the red fabric left over, because I'm gonna have some red fabric left over, because I was also making an Ender Ruse plushie for myself. Your streams are at the worst time. They're at the worst times for me. I am notoriously bad at streaming. My hours are dog shit, and I wish they were better. Like, a part of me wishes I could be part of the early evening streamers. What was I doing with this? I forgot why I had this. You go back in there till I remember. Oh yeah, I was gonna make an axe. Yes. Me too. I've been playing a lot off stream. I'm on the public server right now. Exploring more of the mods. That's one of the things. I always want to play with more mods, but I don't want to do all the troubleshooting of working with mods. So this public server I'm on is pretty cool. They're really nice. They will bonk you if you do shenanigans, but as long as you play within their rules, they're really nice. And I like it because I get to explore some mods that I probably wouldn't. How's your vintage story going? No, Doctor. Ingots and plates for the steel mill. Oh, yeah, that's one of the issues I have. Is I've been making blue daub for my house, and I'm like, no one wants to go see me go wander out in the field to go find woad flowers for hours on end because I need more woad dye because I'm not grinding up lapis or trying to find lapis for this shit. Or getting cornflowers. I guess I could do cornflowers, but I don't want. Or starving to death multiple times because I forgot to pack food for my outings. But it's fun. I do love it. I am still very baby at vintage, but I love it. I'm learning more a little every day. Put up this stuff. I don't need it. I got so much crap in my inventory. What happened? Where did all this stuff come from? My inventory was so clean. What? Flint knife? What the hell? Oh yeah, that's right. I fell down and saw the end of the world. Thank you. I'll hydrate. But yes, I am also making an Enderoos plushie. And that is what those are my two things I want to make over the summer is getting the two coats for my Ruiz and my Enderoos plushie made. With the Enderoos plushie, the biggest holdup I have right now is trying to decide if I actually want to um, embroider like some of the finer details of his outfit, or if I actually want to paint him on. You want Caspian? Well, don't y'all have like 50 bajillion Ruiz? Couldn't you make Caspian? I like Caspian. He's cute. We went into. I'll never remember. Well, the good thing is, because of the small amount of clothes that they actually need, you'll end up with lots of fabric for lots of trial and error. Let's see. I needed this resin, but I don't remember what for. There was like a specific recipe I wanted to do with it. But yes, Vintage Story has been going well. I love this server. Supposedly I could get Pegasus and dragons. I have the eggs for them. I just haven't hatched them. The good thing is once you've learned how to make a coat, which I could show you. Basically what you do is you find a regular sewing pattern, and there are places to get like sewing patterns, and you simplify it because you don't need to take into consideration like the bend of certain things. You just need to work on the scale and see the shape. And y'all are artists, so y'all could do that already. You're talking to an ad. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the ad. You're not in ad yet. Okay. But yeah, so I could show you some like basic coat patterns. And basically, you remember that trick you would do when you were a little kid and you would draw your hand? Yes, yes, Doctor, you are an artist. You are a vintage story artist. You're an artisan in vintage story. Artists do not necessarily have to just draw, they create out of any material. And as long as you take joy in it and wish to impart that joy to the rest of the world, you are an artist. Now, whether or not that art will make you money is an entirely different subject, but you are indeed an artist. I am great artiste. Yes, yes, you are. Exactly. What mats are they supposed to be bringing you? Let me put this woad in the barrel because I need to make more daub. All of them. Well, good luck with that. I'll just there. I'll just sort it out here. What was it? 25, yeah, per. I'll just do 2 barrels of daub. I could always use more woad. I like the color blue. And I could use the blue to make purple. Purple. The one thing I like about this mod pack that they do is it auto shuts the doors, but I hate it because it sometimes auto shuts the doors too fast. It's great for those people who can't shut the door behind them, but it's kind of annoying if I need it left open on purpose. But yes, after stream I will send you some clothing pattern reference. But what you do is remember, like as I was trying to say, you take that old trick where you would trace your hand on like a piece of paper. You kind of do that with the Nui. And you do it with like pencil, something that won't mark the Nui. But you trace around the Nui's body to kind of get the frame. And then I know visually you and can see the pattern in the paper and then kind of trace that onto the Nui's outline. And then you just add a little bit extra for seam allowance and you just sew that up and there you go. You just put it on the little dude. And because you're turning the coat inside out, you won't necessarily have to have like the neatest sewing because the ugly parts will be on the inside. And it's a Nui, so it's a cute little toy. No one's gonna be looking at like a cos. It's not like cosplay level where people are gonna be actively staring and judging. It's your little Blorbo. The only ones it has to satisfy is you and Can. And like I said, you're gonna have enough fabric left. Even if you only get half a yard of fabric, you're gonna have plenty left to do at least maybe 2 or 3 versions of a coat to practice. So even if you screw up, it's okay. All it will cost you is a little time and patience. One day I would like to get out of copper, but I don't know how to prospect. That is one thing that will always elude me, I guess, is how to do the prospecting pick. All it'll cost you is your sanity. No, you don't have much of that left. I don't have that much left. My friend gave me a prospecting pick and a tin bronze. I don't know how to do it. I have this was a gift of the pickaxe and the prospecting pick, but actually being able to forge my own stuff because I want to make a pulverizer. I need to figure out what's going on with my ads. They're like every 90 seconds. There should be one 3-minute ad break per hour. Not a 90-minute ad break. Yeah, they're really I wonder what happened because they weren't this bad before. I'm gonna look at some Twitch settings while we're on break. This shouldn't be this aggressive. Because we just fucking had one. Okay, I think I looked at it. I think I fixed it because it should be 1 3-minute ad break every hour because that gives me a chance to go pee and go get a snack. So hopefully we'll calm the ads down and we'll go back to getting them one big ad break every hour and not whatever the hell that is. Because y'all just came back from an ad break. It's trying to throw y'all back into one. That's rude. But yeah, the prospecting pick, I'm really bad at it. Like I don't understand it. I believe the last time I was in my other world and I had the prospecting pick, I didn't understand it to the point where I kept doing it and I literally just had a sea of dots. Like there was I would pull up the map and there was just like the whole area was just prospecting dots to the point where I just couldn't I had to stay away from that side of the map just cuz I couldn't stand to look at it. And I couldn't delete them all because there were just too many. I get what I mean is I don't know how to show you. Like there's ways to do it, but making it to where your entire section of map, like this, like entire, like let's just say this little lake right here had like 60 little dots on it. That's how bad I was at it. It was like not, it was just this little area of 60 dots. And it was just, I couldn't delete them, I couldn't remove them. There were just so many. Too close. Yeah, it was all too close. I didn't understand it at the time. I didn't. I still don't understand it now, and I'm just afraid of getting like a bunch of dots again because that was just so bad. Because I couldn't delete them, and then I would move on and try to figure it out again. So I would end up with another sea of red dots and another sea of dots, and it was just. It got to be where I like had like in a small area, I had like over 500 dots. Because I didn't understand how prospecting worked. And ever since then, I have avoided it like the plague. And I'm like, you know what? Copper era is not so bad. It's not so bad. But yeah, this game I've mostly been focusing on. I bet chat could help you out. Okay, I will give it another shot. But first let me get things underway before I leave again. So at least stuff is happening so I feel more accomplished when I come back from being lost for an hour and a half trying to learn how to prospect. Because my goal is, let me see if where did I put it? Ah, here it is. Because my goal is to make a couple more of these bismuth lamps because I love them. They're very colorful and pretty. They got purples and blues and greens and golds. And I want a couple for my room. And I would like to go get bismuth for it and learn how to process things. This is my room. It's work in progress. And I'm pretty sure on this server, because everyone has like jobs for the most part, I don't have a job yet because I'm still kind of baby that I don't know what I want to do. Um so I've been trying out a bunch of little things like leather working and blacksmithing on the copper stuff. I've been practicing with that. I've got a bloomery. I don't know how it works. I think it looks cool though. I don't have a job yet. I was doing some clay working. I got me a quern. So yeah, I've been busy. I've been a busy person. I mostly spent the winter hunting because I joined so late on this server that the I had like 2 weeks until winter, so I didn't have time to prepare food for myself. So all of my this is gonna sound bad, but I've been eating orcs. I have been devouring the flesh of orcs as my main staple. That and bears. Bears. Sometimes the odd deer or goat. But it's mostly the meat of orcs. Every now and then I'll find a cockatrice. I'm pretty bad. I'm not gonna question it. Look, they keep showing up at my door, and it's just reduce, reuse, and recycle. I guess I don't know what to say. Oh, fun facts about where I live. I live near where dragons will spawn, so I often get visited by dragons. They just show up, and I just eat them. it, it's it's Uber Eats. It is Uber Eats. But yeah, so we got right up here is like this glacial mountain, which I do need to go back up there at some point to get some more larkwood. Larchwood. I like larchwood. It's pretty. It's like nice white with like these white little speckle spots on it. It's so pretty. It's it's what that and walnut are my favorite woods in the game. Oh, this is how I never really looked at how my house looks. The back looks pretty nice. I'm slowly building it. I need to figure out a tile for the roof so the roof could be finished and snow could stop falling in. But yeah, so it's got a bit. The winter has been harsh, but I've had a mostly protein diet. So it is nice to that spring will be happening and I can start planting plants and have veggies. I want some soup. Well, where did I put it? I was cleaning up in here. Ah, here's one. I still need to do my fancy stove, and that is on the list of things to do. We're just gonna cook all this meat. I was gonna try and make a smoking rack for it, but I just don't think I have the time. We'll do it like that. And I've been expanding the kitchen. It's coming along. There's some things I still am not completely happy with. I like yeah, I'm just excited. But I will probably only get a stream for another 20 minutes or so, just because I gotta start getting ready because I gotta go to the baby shower for my brother. No, yeah, I'll probably have another stream later tonight, but for now I probably will have to go because I have family obligations. We'll put these two here. Why are you showering babies for? Because they're smelly. They stinky. Yes. And this is a public server, so if you ever do want to come play, you can. It's a pretty fun server. They do have a lot of mods. And also a lot of mods. So if you prefer a more vanilla experience, you might want to look elsewhere, but that does, it's been a lot of fun. Like I do highly recommend this server if you're looking for a free server to play with, you know, make some new friends. Or a public server. Not free, but public, you know what I mean. Someone has to pay for it. It's not me, but someone. But yeah, a public server, it's really nice. Yay! Yay! Yeah! I will be doing my own community server at some point in the very near future. I probably not this month, but probably July, because I need to research more on the back end stuff. But I will be doing a community server for my community. It will probably lean a little more into vanilla just because I have I want to make sure my friends can play, and I'd rather have everyone be able to play than flashy fancy stuff. And I'd rather, you know, and I know not everyone's computer is up to task for like heavily modded servers. So that's one thing we are going to be doing is a community server, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I found a couple of mods that I like. This particular, there's a mod that this server that uses particularly that I really am interested in, and it's it makes it so the enemies only like the drifters and things like that are only on the caves and subterrane, and they only show up during temporal storms on the surface. So I kind of like that because I feel like the surface is scary enough with bears and wolves that are pretty tanky and not, and for inexperienced players can be quite enough already than having to worry about drifters. And if you're a more experienced player, I'm sure money is to be made somehow, you know, providing below surface goods, subterranean goods to the surface dwellers who cannot go into the deep, scary dark. So those who are more interested in farming on the surface can do so, and those who want to explore the deep dark can do so. Without having to worry about the drifters, except for temporal storms. But yeah, I think I'm pretty excited. Darkness. Yeah, it's nighttime now. It's about to be dawn, and then I'll go out into the world and we'll figure out how prospecting works. which is what I'm really waiting for. I'm waiting for daylight so I can see where I'm going. Darkness. But yeah, this server will... I'm still happy, and like I said, I love the server. I would love more people to join it and be on it and make it a little more active because um you know, just like the Minecraft and everything, people fall in love with it for a couple of weeks and then they wander off to go play other games. And the problem that this server will have is because there are class jobs. If you're not, you know, if the blacksmith decides he wants to go download League of Legends and play, it gets into a League of Legends kick, and there's no other blacksmiths on the server, we start running into some issues. So there are plenty of jobs to be had. I know Wolfsfield joined the server, and they are now one of the cooks. I interpreted that wrong the first time. That's fine. I am jobless at the moment, but that's only because I am still inexperienced with like certain mechanics and things. But I am curious. And the server has been letting me explore and find out what I like, aside from chopping trees down and going wee, which is still a love of my life. I still love chopping down the trees and hearing the crack of the wood and the timber. I'm not gonna lie, that still brings me joy. Punch tree, get wood. But I mean, listen to this. Listen to how satisfying it is. You hear the wood. And you chop it at the bottom and it I love that. I know they have like the tree harvester mod, but it's not the same. Listen. The fall, the leaves falling, everything just that's satisfying. I love that sound. And then you have like the tree leaves floating in the air for a moment. I love that. I think it's fun. So yeah, I'm very simple brained at the moment. I just been chopping trees down as my main source of amusement outside of crafting. But yeah, and like we said, we're finally coming out of winter, getting ready to. The server does have long winters that you have to prepare for, which I did not. But we've already discussed what I've been doing in the meantime. Um, yeah. But anyways, back to what I was doing. Now that it's daylight, let's go prospecting. Okay. Um, how do I enjoy your lurk? Like I said, I'll probably only be streaming a little bit more, just enough to learn how prospecting works, and then we'll head out. So if Doctor is here and wants to help me out, we tried to figure out prospecting. Do you have a bucket? I have. I have buckets. What do I need bucket for? I even have a bucket helmet. Look how cool I look. Oh, water elevators. Do I just need the one bucket or do I need more? One bucket of water. Okay. Let me put stuff away. 1 bucket of water. I'll just turn this into beef jerky. I'll just toss this here for now. All right, 1 bucket of water and a fairly clean inventory space. And I'll take this and this. I'm gonna go learn. All right. One bucket of water. Is there any type of dirt I should, or rocks or soil I should be looking for? Go somewhere where you want to dig. Okay. I'll go over here. Got a lot of cockatrice. Ooh. Partially eaten by another creature. Large bite marks. Free meat. Oh. Oh well. I ain't swimming in that. You don't see me. You saw me. Ah! Did you give up the chase? Okay, good. Dig 1 block. Dig a 1 block water hole. Okay. I'm gonna get up here to where all this granite is, and we'll do that. Oh, there's. We'll deal with that in a moment because I want to scare those goats home. You get away from the Stargate. Oh, look at all the goats that hang out around here. Need to chase them home so I could start getting goats. All right, I think I'm far away enough. All right, here's a hole. We'll start here. So put water. Put water in hole. Okay. Water hole acquired. Well, you're just teaching me the basics. We could fine tune my methods later, my methodology later. I just need to know how this shit works. We're just doing this because it takes me down deeper. Disregard the water hole. Okay. Find exposed rock. Check. All right. Hey! You stop that. And don't die. Okay. Oh well. I think he's distracted. Object permanence is not his forte. Alright. So switch your prospecting pick to density, node, proximity, density. Okay. Now what? And do I hit it? Now you have to dig at least 3 blocks, all at least 3 blocks apart. 1. Okay. So now there's another. So I come over here. Is this 3 blocks? 2. Haha. Figure that out. Ah, you figured it out. Dude. Can you not? I'm busy. Fucker. Alright. 3 blocks apart. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. I hear another one. Alright. Apparently, I keep getting an error message. Am I not doing it right? Or is it only miners can prospect? Yeah, it looks like it might be something that they only the approved miners can do, which means I'll have to try on a different server. But yeah, okay. I guess next time I stream, which will probably be later, either later tonight, it might be more vintage story, honestly, just because I'm not sure I have it in me to do a Warframe stream this week. My deepest apologies for those who love my Warframe stream. Will probably be on Wednesday for Warframe Wednesday. Damn it. I gotta pee. I hate it when I have to pee. There's an ad break. I'm also trying to close stream. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, okay. We are back. We are back. Hi, welcome back. As I was saying, because I do have to get ready to go to the baby shower, I gotta get dressed. What we'll do is tonight I'll probably end up streaming a little more vintage story just because I I don't feel quite up to doing a Warframe stream. I like I said, I suffer from chronic migraines, and unfortunately, I'm fighting one right now. Uh, so what we'll probably do is Warframe on Wednesday, hopefully when it's calmed down a bit. But we will probably do more vintage story tonight, and I will actually do some of the stuff that I've gathered the materials for, like build the oven, and then if y'all, we will look more into prospecting on I'll set up like a little private world for that here in a bit when I get home, and then we can look into private world where there's not as many server restrictions, so I could have it explained to me a bit better without interference. But yes, thank you everyone. Now we'll see y'all later. Have a good day. Take care, and I will see y'all soon. Till then, bye bye. Bye bye. Let me see if who's alive, who's live right now. I forget. This is daytime. People might actually be streaming. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Don't leave just yet. Let me see who's live so I can. I could raid into to them and they could go, wow, Neko raided me. There should be. It might just be broken. I need to look into it, but I will have it fixed for next time. I will have it fixed for tonight. Okay, yeah, no one's streaming. that, that I know. So we're gonna call it here. Why am I the last man standing all the time? But yes, y'all have a good evening, a good day. Eat yummy food, relax, and if it's your day off, enjoy. And if it's you're working today, enjoy your day off. Enjoy your time till you have to clock in. And I'll see y'all later. Bye bye. Yes, get that pizza. Get the pizza and scatter.